if you are listening to this recording, I forgot to do the first problem. Here's the work. This over here is just me starting the lesson, showing them how to solve a log equation. Here's what I said, isolate the log of a number. And then I worked it out over here, okay? And I went down a little further and got this. The answer is 9.
Yay.
All right. Now the class is on example 2. There.
It's going to be really helpful.
That will help Zoe and it will help Serena.
It's going to be so
And
helpful.
so what?
It's explained so well. You did it.
Okay. Have you figured out what you're taking the natural log of?
X plus 1.
It is x plus 1. So is it isolated?
Yes.
Yes. Hey guys, there's nothing to do. When I say isolate, you're done on this one. This one, you already know. It's this. You're taking the natural log of x plus 1. Okay, so how do I solve this? Yeah.
You take the
E, base E,
of the
To the negative 2.
and then you do what?
E to the negative 2.
just take do the whole thing to the power of e. Can't you do that?
Well, by definition, what's a log equation say? You take the base, you raise it to the power of what? Negative 2. And you should get what? That number. X plus 1. Right? All I'm doing is really going after the definition of what does a logarithm say. A logarithm just says take your base. The answer is an exponent. E to this exponent, e to the negative 2, should equal this number, x plus 1. And now solve it. How do you solve it? Subtract 1, subtract 1. X equals e to the negative 2 minus 1, type it in.
Negative 0.8647.
Negative 0.8 what?
647.
47. Okay. Approximately, right?
466.
Okay. There it is. If you wanted to know if you're right, you take this answer, you do what? You plug it in right there. You take the natural log parenthesis of this number plus 1, type it in, see if you get negative 2.
You do.
I bet you're really close. Probably negative 1.999 or something like that. Okay. Are you okay? Can I move on? Okay. So did you notice the last 2 problems I did? I had a log of a number, then I had natural log of a number. Now what do I have? I have a log of a number plus a log of another number equals 4. Well, if you haven't noticed, I've isolated only one log or one natural log. So guess what? These 2 logs, push them together. That's called condense them. Use your properties. This is log plus log. What can I do? It's the same as 1 log. If you just multiply that number times what? That number. What would you get? X what?
Squared minus square.
Yep. Equals 4. Okay? If you know your properties, that's how easy that is, right? Howard, are you just typing away and just having fun over there? Can you put your phone away? Okay, now what do I do? Yes. Oh, sorry. This is base what? 2. I forgot to put my 2 down.
Solve the law.
Just exponentially, what does a logarithm say?
2 to the power
2 to the power of 4
equals
must equal what? That, right? So you'd say 2 to the 4th must equal that number, x squared minus 6x. Solve it. It's a quadratic, guys. It's a quadratic equation. You've solved a million of these.
I just forgot how to back.
2 to the 4th is 16. So I slid the 16 over, set it equal to 0, so that I can find the solutions. Is it factorable, or do I have to use the quadratic formula?
It's factorable.
Okay, so if it's factorable, they are what?
X.
X minus 8, you say? Then what? X plus 2? What are the solutions? X equals what? 8? X equals what?
Negative 2.
Negative 2.
Negative 2.
Okay, good. Did you read the note up top? There was a little note up there, wasn't it? Wasn't there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Extraneous solutions.
Yeah, okay, so right here. Solving log equations sometimes leads to a what? Extraneous, or just call it what? Extra solutions? Oh, so they're telling you, you might get 2 answers, but one might not work. Okay? One of those answers was negative, correct? Okay, what was it, negative 2? Okay, if you actually put negative 2 in here, you would be taking the log of what? Negative 2, which you know doesn't even work. And then here you get log of what?
Negative 8.
Negative 2 and negative 6 is negative 8. That doesn't work. So nothing even works when you put the negative 2 in. So that problem, that answer, just doesn't work. You have to do what? You have to do what? Cross it out. If you leave it on the test, if you leave that answer on the test, I have to take off like a half a point. You did everything perfect, you just never checked your answer. Now if I put the 8 in, would the 8 work up there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would. I'm not going to do it, but it would. Okay? So, if you get answers, you need to do what? Check it. If you don't check it, you're going to get yourself in a little bit of trouble. Okay, next up. Try that one. This is the messy one I skipped yesterday. This one gets messy. And all I mean by messy is the numbers are just kind of ugly. And you'll see. You'll see. Natural log of 2x plus 5 minus 2 times natural log of x plus 1 equals 1. You don't want 2 natural logs. You want how many natural logs? Just 1. I'll be quiet. Does this property ring a bell? The property I showed you on Tuesday. If you have a natural log minus another natural log, it'd be the same as 1 natural log division, and with division. So what do you divide? Is it x over y or y over x? It's x over y, yeah. Okay, so guys, get those 2 natural logs out of there. You just want 1 natural log of division. What's it going to be on top? 2x plus 5. What's it going to be on the bottom? X plus 1 what? Squared. Why squared? Because this 2 belongs here, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. That's another property, by the way. Equals what?
1.
1. Okay. Now you're ready to go. You are taking the natural log of that. By definition, this is telling you base what? E to the first must equal that number. So basically, this is what it says. E to the first is equal to 2x plus 5 over, I'm gonna FOIL this out in my head. X plus 1 times x plus 1
X squared plus 2x
plus
plus 1.
2x plus 1.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys okay with what I just did? I actually FOILed it. X plus 1 times x plus 1. Okay. Then I'm going to ask you, see what I'm saying? It's getting messy, isn't it? How do you solve it? Say what? simplify the fraction, do you mean like reduce it and all that, or?
Can you take out the 2x?
Well, you can't factor anything out of this, and you can't factor anything out of this. There's no GCF, no. I'm not. That's a good thought, but there's no GCF, so there's nothing that's going to cancel.
Can you factor the bottom? Do something
If I
like
factor the
that?
bottom, I'm back to here. X plus 1 times x plus 1.
Quadratic equation on the bottom.
No, that's not your answer. Your answer is x.
Could you quadratic equation on the bottom?
Quadratic equation. Quadratic formula?
Yeah.
No. That's just, I mean, to do the formula, it's got to equal 0.
Yeah.
Everything's got to be on one side.
I was just.
Okay, you guys?
Do you multiply the bottom by both sides, then you have e.
Multiply both sides by what?
By the bottom.
By the bottom?
Yeah.
You could. And that's the way a lot of students do it, but I'm going to tell you this. I just treat it as a fraction. E over 1 equals this over this. It's called a proportion. Cross multiply. Now, what Hannah is saying is multiply each side by this number. She's right. That will give you the same thing as cross multiplying. But to me, when I see two fractions equal to each other, I cross multiply. I take e, or 1 times 2x plus 5. That's 2x plus 5, right? And then I do this one. E times this, right? E times this. Okay. That's what I did, but if Hannah said to multiply both sides by x squared plus 2x plus 1, she's right. That would have worked too. Okay,
It'll give you the same thing.
but it will. But now, it's still messy looking. It's what kind of equation is it? It's quadratic, guys. You just got to get 0 on one side and everything else on the other. And then you can factor it or use the formula.
So can we just subtract 2x plus 5?
Get it over here, yeah. But wait a second. You haven't really taken care of this. So if you go like this and run it through, it's going to be what? Ex squared plus
2e.
2ex plus e equals 2x plus 5. Does the e bug you?
Yes.
Yes.
You know what the e is? It's a number.
Yeah.
What is way easier?
Let's just put a number in so it doesn't bug you.
No.
What is e?
E is now 5.
2 points.
2 point what? 7, 1,
8.
8
I was guessing.
plus 2 times 2.718 is 5.436
Yeah.
plus e. E is what? Okay, 718. Okay, there you go. But like Zach said, can I just push the 2x and the plus 5 over? Sure you can. But now you got to take your calculator and subtract what? 2x, subtract what here? 5. And you're going to get your 0.
I'm going to subtract 5 and then divide it all by 2.
Subtract 5. And then divide it all by 2. But then when you divide by 2, you're going to get an x. 2x divided by 2 is x. Yeah, don't do that. Anything you solve quadratics, you want it set equal to 0. Okay, so I have this, 2.718x squared plus, what's that? Oh, that's easy. 3.436x minus
2.2817.
2.218.
2.2817.
Oh.
So 2.
Yeah, I'm just saying 2. I almost want less numbers for you. Because guess what? For you to solve that quadratic equation, I don't think you can factor it, guys. I think you're going to have to do the formula. Okay, so I'll be quiet. Only 6 people. Only 6 people from period 5 got this right, so be careful. Where's your A value? Right there. There's A. Your B value. Your C value. And this is just really good practice, just to see if you can do it. And like I said, about a half a dozen, period 5 students. Sometimes it comes down to, can I type the hit the right buttons when I do this? If you've got it, show me, and I can say yes or no to you, I guess. You're gonna get two answers because of the plus or minus. Yeah. You're trying to do that in your head. Oh, you look so tired. You look tired. You gotta do better. Yeah, type it in. Yes, just type it in. This plus this divided by this, and show me what you.
No, I just.
Hey guys, I need you to type it in. I don't want that ugly answer, this plus or minus this, square root of this. I don't want that. Type it in. Type that in. I just want an answer like 12, 14.
That's not gonna be the answer.
No, that's not the answer. It wasn't given to me.
That is too nice to know. It's a big deal.
Yes?
Negative would give you negatives.
No, I don't think the inside is of the radical should have been positive.
Oh, yeah,
It should have been. Okay. All right, Brandon's got his hand up. Brandon, what's the answer?
I got 0.481.
I got
Okay.
Negative 1.745.
7, 4, 5. You got him right.
No.
He's right.
negative 2.
That's the answer. Okay.
Now,
Now, why did you not get the right answer? Most likely because you might have just typed it in wrong. I'm not sure. That's kind of now up to you to kind of discover why I got that wrong. But you know what, guys? Brandon, did you check these answers? No. You see that one that's negative though? If you go up and look at the problem, negative 1.75, if you go up here, guys, whoops, I can't get it farther up. Okay, if you go here and you put in negative 1.75 plus 1, you're taking the natural log of a what kind of number? A negative. Can you do it? No. And if you put the negative 1.75 here, you're still going to get a negative. So guess what? He got the right answers. So if this is a 5-point problem, Brandon's going to get what? 4.5. Because he never checked that answer. It doesn't work. So he'll get 4.5 out of 5, which is 90%. He blasted that problem. He just got lazy in the end and he didn't check it. Okay, yeah.
So do we actually have to show that the negative 1.75 doesn't work? Do you get credit?
Actually, if you didn't say it, I wouldn't. I know there's only one answer.
So if we say that doesn't work and we actually don't do the work, will that still
All you gotta do
count?
is cross it out.
Okay.
If you don't want to put it, Zach, then don't put it. I'm only looking for one answer. Okay? But most people put it down and then they cross it out. Okay? Just so you know. All right. Are we good with log equations? Okay. That was a bad one. It just was. Okay. That's why I skipped it yesterday. I didn't want to go through that. Okay? Ready? Now we go to two-story problems. And guess what? When you read a story problem, it's either going to be an exponential equation or a logarithmic equation. One or the other. Read it. Get it set up. I'll give you a minute to get ahead of it.
I figured out how to do PERT. The starting by E to
to be getting darker all day, guys.
Well, it's also
I think
like,
we're gonna get snow tonight.
we already got snow.
We had snow.
Oh, yes, we did get snow.
Okay, we already got
Oh, thank you.
Don't miss that word. That word told you what to do. It's per. Yeah, you should do that.
Says how long will it take the investment to double?
Yeah, that has to be the answer.
So what formula are you gonna use? PERT, right? Okay. Yeah, because it's your money's growing continuously, so go with PERT, okay? And then this is the formula we used in section 3.1. P is how much you invest. What'd you invest? $1,700, right? Times what number? E. Raised to what power? 0.02
T.
Times how many years does it take your money to do what? You want to double your money. Well, if you double this number, what do you want it to be? $3,400, right? That was it. Hey guys, if you wrote that down, I have a feeling you all probably have the answer by now. Isolate your base. Your base is right here. Okay, well, how do you get rid of this? Divide by 1,700, right? Out. 1,700 is what? 2 equals E to the what? 0.02 T. Okay, exponential. How do you get rid of it?
Natural log.
Take the natural log of both sides. You actually could do the common log if you wanted, but the reason I don't is because I see base E. So I'll do natural log of E to the 0.02 T, and the natural log of what? 2. E and E. They're gone. 0.02 T equals this, I guess. Whatever number that is. And then what?
Divide that by 0.02.
T for time equals how many years?
34.6.
34.6 years. Okay. So, if somebody offers you 2% on your money, you just have to wait how many years for it to double? 34.6 years. So if you have $10 in your wallet, and you walk over to Edward Jones, one block over, and you say, here's my $10, and you come back 34 years later,
You
you
have
have
$20.
$20.
Whoa.
And if you
And
waited
you're
another
only,
that
and you're
many
guys, you're only 50 years old.
Only.
You're only 50, now you have $20.
years. Yeah.
Or 1,700 turned into 3,400. That sounds better, doesn't it?
Yeah, but then if you waited another that many years
Yeah.
with your $20, you'd have $40,
You'd have
and you could buy a Pokemon game.
Okay, but but the only problem is now you're 88. I don't even think I don't think your fingers work anymore. Okay? All right. Continue reading and do this last one. Go. See if you can get it. It's kind of the same type of problem. Just read it. See what you think. trying to circle some things that are pretty important to you. June has how much money?
300.
She has $300, but wants to buy a stereo priced at what price? $800 stereo. Her grandparents promised to pay for half the stereo. Oh, so how much does she have to pay for? She only has to pay for $400. Okay, and she already has 3, doesn't she? All right. If she puts the money in the bank to earn enough for her half, her bank has a CD, has a short-term CD paying 5%, compounded monthly. How soon will she have enough for the stereo? Is it a good deal, or does she need to get a job? Get a job?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's take a look. First of all, when they said 5% compounded what? Monthly, were you thinking PERT? No. You were thinking exponential growth. 1 plus R over N. Because it grows monthly. Over N raised to the NT power equals A, the amount in her account. Okay. So let's think. She put what in the bank?
300.
$300. Right here. But wait. She wants 300 to go to what number? 400. She wants her 300 to grow to 400 so she can pay for her half. Well, how long does she have to wait to earn $100 in interest? 1 plus what? 0.05 over 12. Raise it to the
12T.
12t power. Good. And again, do you look at this and say, this is an exponential equation? Where's the base? Which one's the base? It's the number you're raising to the 12t power. It's what number?
1 plus the same number.
Yeah, this ugly number. The base is 1 plus this over this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's isolate the base. What do you do? Divide by what? 300. Knock out the 300s, right? This reduces to 4/3 equals 1 plus 0.05 over 12 raised to the 12t. Okay, it is an exponential equation. What are you going to do? Log it. You're going to log both sides, right? Log of this, log of that. Okay, log of this side, log of this side. Where does the exponent go? In front of the log, and now it becomes 12t times log. Now what? You're solving for 12t. Get 12t by itself.
Divide by log of 1 plus 0.05 divided by 2.
Yeah, divide by log of this, right?
Over.
And then log of this over here. Be careful with this one, please. Use your parentheses on this, otherwise you will go wrong. Okay? Log of 4/3 divided by log of 1 plus 0.05 divided by 12 equals something. I'm not going to ask you what it is. I'll just say answer. You're going to get something. Now what?
Divide by 12.
Divide by 12. So June must wait. Is it half a year? Quarter of a year? Or is it what? Or is it what?
5.9066.
90. Ooh. I think I remember 5.76. Yeah, I do too. Okay. 76. Years. Not days, not months. Years. What do you recommend for Jimmy?
Get a job.
Get a job.
Because it will be costly.
Because in 5.76 years, you probably won't even care about the stereo. Go get a job if you want the
That
stereo.
was Grandma's plan with us.
That was Grandma's plan, exactly.
Then they can't have the stereo.
Or go get a babysitting job that will take you probably about three nights of babysitting. You probably have $100. I'm done. That's it. Hey guys, tomorrow is Friday, and tomorrow is just a worksheet day. 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4. Okay? And that is almost the entire chapter. There's one lesson left. we'll do that probably next week. And I don't think there's a test. I was gonna try to test it before Thanksgiving, but I don't think it's gonna work. Good? You
Like
don't
my
want that?
parents and my sister.
You got 5 minutes? Enough time to get one or two done?
Someone never answered my question. I asked her if I could go take my government test during 7th grade. And she was like, I'll get back to you on that. And then she never answered. Do them now? I should have read that. Yeah, the ones that he's tested.
Okay, I forgot to say this to you, but yesterday I canceled some problems because they were log equations. So can you please do them now? I